In town for film and music lovers. Today is the 2018 Scruffy City Film Festival beginning.
Yay! WBIR 10 News reporter Yvonne Thomas is live on Market Square with all the fun details. Good morning.
Russell, Abby, good morning. This is the start of that 4-day film and music festival here throughout downtown Knoxville. It's definitely something people are talking about and excited for. I'm here this morning with James McNally. Kind of walk us through opening night.
Sure. Opening night is, we have a film called American Folk, which is a really great story about two folk singers who meet after 9/11. And they sort of are on a road trip, and it's like a beautiful film about music and how it brings people together, and that's kind of what our festival is about.
Definitely the fusion of music and film. Kind of talk to us about that.
Yeah, I mean, we have live performances going on all 4 nights at Preservation Pub and other venues, and we have films at Scruffy City Hall. It's a great way to kind of I don't know, like the festival is about the music that makes films sing. I think that's our tagline, and it's beautiful. It's we focus on composers and performers and soundtracks and scores and all that sort of stuff. And all the films have an amazing soundtrack. I can guarantee you're going to love the music in all the films we show.
And it's not too late to get tickets, right?
No, you can get tickets either at the venues, which for our films is Scruffy City Hall behind us, or you can go to our website at scruffycityfilmfest.com and buy tickets there. Our passes. We also have passes that are good for the whole 4 days.
James, thank you so much. We appreciate it. For now, we'll send things back over to you.
Fun.
Yeah, sounds like a great time. Yvonne, thanks.
And if you don't like film and music,